Hello, welcome to day 4. It's our final day of Style to Sell Week. So thankful to have you join us this week. The videos shortly after our time together today will be uploaded on the replay page. From there, the replays will be available until Wednesday night at midnight. So you have the weekend to catch up, a couple days next week. Don't delay though if you've missed anything, because I know how schedules can get. We plan on doing it the last minute and then something comes up. So please schedule that into your calendar. When are you going to watch it? Especially if you know you are ready to elevate your style. We go through a whole lot in the last 3 days, and we're going to be covering quite a bit today. So just a reminder, you have your workbook, and inside the workbook, it has a book a call link at the bottom. Be sure to snag that. When you book a call, we are going to go through a style audit to determine what you should be working on next, kind of like what might be keeping you stuck. It could be that you're thinking you need to work on another area of your style, and I might direct you into another direction just because we want to make sure we are building correctly our personal brand image in our style. And so it's going to be very eye-opening for you of where you need to begin and what you want to be working on. I think I might be doing some bonus videos next week, so we'll have to see. I'm going to be looking at your replies in the email to find out, do you guys have any questions? Is there anything else you need to be, learning to complete this experience that you get to have? I wanted to show you what it's like to actually elevate your style and to work with a style coach, because I know some of this might be new to you. You might be like, wait, what? A style coach? What is that? All right. So we're going to jump in. I have a little bit of teaching to do, and then you can put your questions in the Q&A or in the chat. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Uh-oh, hold on. Let's get this set up correctly. All right. Here we go. Okay. Let's go. All right. So the icon factor, you've probably been hearing me talk about a style icon, what to expect, what is that? And we go over that a little bit. But the icon factor is what's going to take you to the next level for your image and style. If you are new here today, or if you've been here a while, hello. My name is Afton Porter. I am the style icon coach and luxury image consultant for real estate agents. I am the founder of Style Guide Society, host of the Real Estate Icons podcast that we are going to be restarting again. I'm going to be bringing some of my clients on there, but you can go on the podcast, any podcast app, and listen to, 3 years of podcasts on there. And I'm also the creator of the Iconic Woman Mastermind. So I wanted to show you my before and after photos. You know that I have a BS in fashion merchandising. I've been in the fashion world forever, basically. I did take a few years off while I was having my kids. And during that time, I felt like, I was just glad to get a shower, have a clean shirt on. And till one day I decided to start being intentional about what I wear. I was going to wear clothes, not just out of habit that I would put on, but clothes that I actually loved to wear. And what I discovered in that process, I also joined a coaching program life coaching program and got a certification in life coaching. So I used my life coaching skills. I used my fashion education that I've had from my, my BS and the years experience of traveling and working for Calvin Klein Jeans. And then also being intentional about designing my own personal style and then wearing the clothes to match it. And that's what the Style Icon Method is all about. And that's how you're going to find your icon factor. So these pictures are about a year apart, and the after photo is exuding more of my essence. You can see how it goes from basic to icon in those photos. And so I love that example. In real estate professionals who invest in their style close 35% more deals. So take your numbers that you did last year and multiply that by 35%. Wouldn't that be amazing, right? To close 35% more deals. So what is your icon factor? What are some areas that you need to work on? And these are the three elements to find your icon factor. So number one, like we talked about, our image. How do we see ourselves? What do we think we are capable of? Number one. Number two, how are other people perceiving us by our image? So it's a two-way dance between how you see yourself and how other people are interpreting your essence and how you're able to exude that. Then fashion education, and that's where I come in. I have the fashion education. I get to just show you what tools you need to build your personal style from, so you're not overwhelmed. Too much information actually is overwhelming. And when we feel overwhelmed, we don't do anything. We don't take action. We don't get started. We don't start designing our style. We just want to avoid it and work on other things. So when I give you your tools that are best for your body shape, your coloring, your eye color, your hair color, your contrast level for you, like everything that I give you is going to enhance your natural beauty that you already have. And so then you can take those building blocks and start building your personal style. Start playing around with it and have fun with our style. I know, like, when we go into our closet, we have these opinions about the clothes that we have in there that we put on our body. So then we have opinions about our body. We have thoughts about how we feel about ourselves, not even just our bodies, just like our own hangups that we have about ourselves that we like and don't like, that we like to remember when we are getting dressed in the morning. That's just how our brains are. We're so hard on ourselves. And so building our personal style that's going to help us feel beautiful. You get to handpick the clothes that are in your closet. Does it feel like you're walking into a boutique every single day? Because you literally handpicked everything in there. And so if it doesn't feel like your favorite boutique, then there's some work to do there. All right, so these three elements are all part of the Style Icon Method. And where they all intersect, right there in the middle, that is the icon factor. So the psychological power of image in real estate is so powerful. And I believe we covered these earlier this week, but I want to just nail those in because they're so important. The halo effect, how you are showing up every single day when your clients meet you, when your potential clients meet you, they're going to believe how you show up. If you're detailed oriented, You're going to be detailed oriented in the work that you perform. If you are styled beautifully and polished, you're going to be able to find them a home that's beautiful and polished. This is how premium buyers think. Okay. And that's why the psychological power is so effective. And if you're not using the power of your personal style for branding intentionally, you're missing out on these benefits. So the halo effect, it's how you do one thing is how you're going to be to work with. The Veblen goods effect. So when you are styled in a way that you look like you are successful, they're going to want to work with you. They're going to think that you are harder to get to because you're so busy working with other clients. They're going to want to work with you because they're like, wow, gosh, she must be great at what she does. I want to hire her to sell my house or find my home, the lifestyle that I'm looking for. And then social proof. Your image is your social proof, whether it's photos on Instagram or it's how you're showing up and your presence in everyday life. You are your own personal brand. You are the social proof. And that's what they're going to have to base their decisions on. They're not going to have a lot to go by. So they're going to be looking for factors that will help them make their decision in choosing you or not choosing you. So you have polished style. You know how to find beautiful homes. You pay attention to detail in your outfit. You are going to be detailed in your work. You dress like someone they would want to be friends with. They're going to want to hang out with you and spend time working together. You are wearing clothing in style. She's going to know the latest home trends. Curating your image online and in person builds trust when they see a consistent image. Like they need to know that what they see is what they're going to get. There is definitely a trust issue right now where people don't really trust that seeing is believing. And so you need to be consistent and it needs to be authentically you. The more that you show up in your essence, authentically you, it's going to play out in the way that you talk, the way that you show up online, the way that you show up in stories when you come to networking events in person, right? It needs to be all consistent and reflecting the real you. And as you're elevating from the inside out, from the image, right? You're transforming inside out. We're pulling out the you that's already there, and we're helping you peel out the layers so that you can show up powerfully or, using your 3 style icon words, which I'm going to remind you about in a minute. Your image is a powerful tool that can address these psychological needs. So this is my client, Shelby. She lives in Cave Creek, Arizona, and she transitioned from mainstream to luxury. And that's when she found me to be her style coach. This is her before picture. And when we worked on her style and found her icon factor, she gets stopped by top realtors. In fact, they'll reach out to me. I just met your client, Shelby. She looked amazing. Like top realtors in Arizona, that are local too, and that is probably my most favorite compliment when I get these, top real estate professionals reaching out to me saying that they've met my clients and they looked absolutely amazing. This is how she shows up I don't want to say every day, but when she's out working, she wears her comfy clothes when she's at home, but she knows exactly what to do. She's prepared and she's ready to go. I love working with my clients. They're amazing. So the power of a strong personal brand essence is what your style and image is all about. It's going to help you get in front of your premium clients that you are wanting. So the style icon I am statement, and the reason why that works so well, and I went into detail about it in your, let's see, day 2, I think, about writing your style icon I am statement. This helps rewire the neural pathways in your brain. I love style. I love fashion. I do not want it to be superficial. And you could have an unhealthy relationship with clothes. But when you do it right, it is going to change how you see yourself, how people see you, and it is going to impact your life in a beautiful way. When you write your style icon I am statement, it changes your neural pathways. It gets you thinking about it subconsciously, and it changes how you talk about yourself when you're not really thinking about, being intentional. It's like your default. We're going to elevate your default mode, because what are you currently saying about yourself in default? We all tend to say things that aren't really serving us. We kind of put ourselves down a little bit, and we want to elevate that default mode as much as we possibly can. So the style icon I am statement helps you do that subconsciously. But when you're being intentional and using the style icon method, it also helps you, think about, what do I want to wear? Is my outfit for my meeting today showcasing how I want to be seen? Is my website looking how I want it to be intentional? Is my Instagram account showcasing me in the way that I want to be showcased? So it's super helpful 2 ways, subconsciously and consciously, when you're making decisions. So go back and do that. Your image is an important part of your business. It needs to be your strategy, or part of your strategy with your business and building it. Okay, you're not just selling properties, ladies, you are selling you. You are selling you with every element of your business. So the icon factor essentials are your perfect colors. Knowing your perfect colors. Like I said, your closet should be a boutique of your favorite items. You literally handpicked every item that's in there, and you get to choose what's in there, what's not in there. Are you picking your perfect colors? I'm going to stop my screen share for a moment, and I want to show you inside. Oops, hold on. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying. Okay. I want to show you what each of my clients get when they join the Iconic Women Mastermind, because we're going to solve this problem for you, right? The first thing that we do when you come inside the Iconic Women Mastermind, you submit a couple photos that I use, and I'm the one that's doing it in determining your color analysis. You guys, this is not like some filter that we use that you could get on Instagram to show you some random colors. I am looking specifically at your eye color, your hair color, your skin tone, to determine what color code you're in. And we use 6 different color codes. It's not the, you may have heard of the 4 seasons. This is a 6 color code palette that determines your best colors. And it's more superior to your seasons because we look at your hair color. Your hair color is one of your dominant color characteristics. And it's one of the first things we see. It's why when cancer patients lose their hair, it's devastating. Our hair is such an important element, and how I style you 100% has to do with your hair color. And I need to know what your color code is. And so I look at that. I'm going to look at what various colors look like with your hair, your eye, and your skin tone. And I'm also looking at your contrast level, which is the difference between your skin and your hair, your eyebrows and your skin. Like all of that is playing a part, because when you are styled, polished head to toe, that gives you that polished look, that beautifully elegant, polished look when we consider your natural beauty. And it's when it goes against your natural beauty, even though the outfit might be super cute or a really pretty color, if it goes against you, then your eyes don't like that. And then you're like, ooh, something's wrong, but I don't know why. So this is one of the color palettes of the 6 color codes. We determine if gold, silver, or both is good for you. Your best animal print, did you know that animal print is a neutral? It 100% is. But the animal print that I give you is your best animal print, but it also lets you know, guides you on all of your prints. And I teach you how to determine what the best prints are. Should you wear big, bold flower prints or smaller, motifs? There's different types of prints that are going to look cohesive to your natural beauty. And so I'm going to teach you about that. And then you get all these different types of colors. We're talking about intensity and vibrancy, and if they, how bold, or are they soft? Are they warm, cool? We're going to talk, you're going to learn all of that with your color analysis. And then here, which is fun, you get these digital color swatches, but twice a year they update. So these are the fall winter trend colors for 2024 and 2025. And these are the colors that are trending that you're going to find in the stores right now at the major stores. And they update every 6 months. So we're getting ready to do the spring summer colors in here. We already know what the trend colors are going to be for the spring summer, and they're going to be in here pretty soon. I don't know the exact date yet, but my clients will get an email about when those colors are going to be launching, and then they can go and log into, access their digital color swatches and find the ones that are perfect for them in the colors that they should be seeing inside the stores. And it helps them really build the right colors for their wardrobe. So each of my clients gets a color analysis. It's the first thing that we do when we get in there. The second thing that you'll also get simultaneously with your digital color swatches is you also get the color guide, which I am pulling up here for you to take a peek at. Let's see, here we go. So this is like the color guide. And inside here, I talk about the colors. I'm going to give you some recommendations of what to wear, some of the prints, some makeup options, some colors, the contrast level, accessory recommendations, handbags, shoes, and all the things. Okay, so that's in your color guide. It also has a link to your digital color swatches. That right there is a $497 value. And the Iconic Women Mastermind is only $500. So it's a smoking deal. And the price is going up, by the way. As soon as we close doors on Wednesday night. It's going to go up to $750. I believe it's February 14th is the date that it's going up. So just having these tools, super helpful. However, having information doesn't necessarily create a transformation. How many books have you read where the transformation didn't quite happen yet? Like you wish you had someone to ask questions to. And that is what is so valuable inside of the Iconic Women Mastermind is that you have actually coaching opportunities with me. And there's 3 times a week that, or I'm sorry, 3 times a month that we meet. We meet once a week for the most part. The first month is an Icon coaching call, which we did yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about image and, coached people through how they're feeling about themselves and their bodies and their clothes. So that was what all about yesterday was. This coming Wednesday is our next style coaching call where we're going to be talking about what shoes look best with different clothing. And then there's always time to ask your questions that you have. So those of you who have like color questions, you could ask color questions, okay, and how to use the tools that you have. Because in addition to the color analysis, you also get a body type analysis with your membership. So the first thing you do is the color analysis. You get that, you work on that. Then you get your body shape analysis to start working on what silhouettes are best and how you can create, beautiful outfits with those tools. That is like foundational of your wardrobe. Okay. So the second week is our style coaching call. And then the third week is office hours, which means we show up on Zoom and you can come and you can bring questions that you have. Oftentimes people will come with no questions because they just want to hear and learn from other people's questions. And then we could talk in real time. It's set up like a mastermind where we all are on together and we can talk back and forth. I am coaching during that time, but we could all see each other, chat, raise your hand, and mastermind together to find out what is working, what are your questions, what are other people doing, and they get ideas of what to do together. So it's a wonderful community for real estate agents. Okay, I wanted to share another thing. I'm going to start closing these out. Let's see. Was there another thing I wanted to share with you? I think that's it for now. I'm going to go back to my slides that I was sharing. Oh, I think that was maybe the last slide. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yes. So the only other thing, okay, let me show you some of the things that we get an additional. So the next week there's not a live call, but I might start adding call. I'm having requests to start a book club. We want the ladies in the mastermind want to have a book club. So reading a business book and then talking about it and discussing it. So they just told me that yesterday. We'll see where that goes. But the fourth Wednesday is a mini capsule wardrobe drop. Okay, so here is the enrollment page, and you can see what all of this is. When we use all of these things, oh, hold on one second. Let's okay, here we go. Let me just show you a little bit and just kind of go with you. So this is the Iconic Women Mastermind, where you elevate your real estate style. I want you to stop wasting time watching hours of generic videos and spending money on impulse purchases, and stop worrying about how you look. Because we learned about enclosed cognition. And if you are worried about how you look, and if you're dressed appropriately, or if there's anything you could, maybe you feel like your chest is too big, or you wish it was bigger, or your butt was, it's like, we want whatever we don't have, right? If you're worried about what your butt looks like or your stomach, and that takes up brain space, and that's keeping you from using that brain energy towards what you're doing. And you can serve your client so much better and experience life in a whole nother way if you aren't worrying about any of that stuff. So within 90 days, I guarantee that you're going to get color confidence, because if you take your tools and you practice using them and bring in your questions, you'll get all of those answered. You're going to find flattering styles within your closet, because I'm going to give you your body shape guide, and you're going to elevate your online presence and your personal brand and I really want you, until you like really get good at these things, I want you to put a spending freeze on any clothes. I really want you to learn your colors with the clothes that you currently have and get so comfortable with that and using your clothes. So you know that anything that you buy, you're not just adding to the chaos in the closet. Okay, it's a one-time payment of $500. It is going up to $750. I am from now and for the next, I think 3 days, there will be a payment plan put on there, but this is going to be the best deal, and I highly recommend it. What you do if you need a payment plan is you click on best deal, and in there it's going to give you options to do Klarna, which you would do the payment plan through Klarna. So there's different ways to pay. You could pay with your credit card. I don't remember all the different, there could be Apple Pay. I don't remember all the things, but one of them is Klarna, and it will set up a payment plan for you. And then you get to pick whether it's, I think you could pick whether it's 12 months, 3 payments, whatever. And there might even be one that has no interest on it, and have it be just $500. Okay. If you do just go check it out. Klarna is the option on the checkout page. In fact, I could probably click on it. Maybe it will show up. Oh, it's not there. Okay. I will add it, but it will be here, Car, PayPal, and then there'll be an option for Klarna. And then there's also another one, and I can't remember what it's called, but those two will set up a payment plan for you. Okay. And then it's a month, you get 12 months inside the mastermind. So that's 12 months of being able to ask questions, to work through your personal brand, to learn how to elevate your personal brand. There's also, I didn't see it on there, but it's pretty sure it should say there, you also get like a pose guide. We're going to dive into your personal branding. Inside the mastermind, we've been really honing in, because it's been open for just over 90 days. And so it's October, November, December, January. Okay, so we've been open for 4 months, but we're going to start diving into your personal brand image. We've been getting really good at our colors, our silhouettes. We're talking about shoes today, and there's other videos in there that you can go in and watch inside the program. So you can watch those videos, play in your closet, bring the pieces to the meeting if you have any questions, and be able to handle all of that. Okay. So your homework yesterday was to put together an outfit that lined up with your style icon I am statement. Did anybody have any questions about that? Did you want to show your outfit? If so, you're going to raise your hand under the reaction tab. I believe gives you a raise your hand option, and you can show it to me if you want. But if not, that's okay. I know that can be a little bit of it intimidated, but if anyone decides they want to do that between now and the next few minutes, because we have about 10 more minutes that we can talk about it. So if you decide you're gonna brave getting on camera, then let me know. Okay. So your image of elevation strategy is, of course, to join us inside the Iconic Women Mastermind to start working on your image. But there is one more thing I wanted to share. And that was the iconic personal brand or iconic style phases, because that is what's going to give you a really good idea if you are going to try to go it alone. This is super helpful. So your phases, let's see, I'm going to just make this a little bit bigger. So you want to start with, and that's why we have the color analysis, your makeup and hair recommendations, and your silhouettes, like immediately upon joining the mastermind, because that is the foundation of your style. And that alone will make things so much easier for you, knowing that. My clients will say, oh my gosh, Afton, I now know when I go shopping not to buy that. It's a pretty color, but I'm not buying it. Look at the outfit. Oh, that has pleats in the front. I'm not buying that because I know that's not the best for the most flattering for me, but that's very cute. And they just move on. Like, it's so freeing when you know how to shop and how to shop from your own closet. Like, you start in your own closet, start going through your closet, and then you can add things to it from shopping, but you're going to use the same strategy in your own closet as you would when you're out shopping. And honestly, like $500, the cost of the program, you will save in buying things that you no longer need. You're going to actually save money because you probably spend more than $500 a year on clothes that you're not wearing. You're not using to the full capacity. Like, if you took that money that you spent in your clothes and invest it in the program, and then you start making wiser choices going forward. So that's your foundation. So if you're not there, that's the first thing that would happen in 30 days inside our program. Essentials. Phase 2, understanding of proportions. So this is where we start diving into making your style more polished, where we're going to make sure that everything is balanced from top to bottom, that how we are creating an illusion. Basically, that's what we're doing, is we're creating an illusion using clothes to create very eye-catching looks. So it's, like I said, it's not about having the right body. It's about styling the body right. Everybody has to do things to make it more appealing, and everybody has to avoid certain things to keep everything looking balanced and pleasing to the eye. This is how our brains work. We like, it's kind of scientific, where if you look at certain designs, we like them because of the way that it's designed. It needs to have a certain amount of color, certain amount of interest, and then it's going to look really, we like that look. So knowing and understanding your proportions, accessorizing outfits, because this is going to help add a little bit more style to the boring top and the bottom. We went through that with the 8-point style rule, which I believe I've done so much teaching this week. I'm pretty sure we did that in this group. And then creating your wardrobe, your closet for your wardrobe, and your outfits, putting an outfit together. High level styling is phase 3. And if you're here, or while you're here, you're working on really paying attention to detail your color coordination, adding some extra style to your outfit, learning how to take your looks and wearing them in different situations, taking pieces and being able to adapt them to different events and creating multiple outfits, mixing textures and patterns, really creating that high level style. And then number 4, once you've completed phase 3, you go to phase 4. And that's when you want to schedule your branding shoots. You want to schedule your headshot. And then the confidence in your personal style, that's part of the image coaching that we do. Because so much of how we think about ourselves is actually creating results in our life that we can avoid and change just by thinking differently and taking different action. And the reason why we do what we do is because of something that we think about. Whether you're going to reach out to a potential client is going to determine whether you think it's possible. If you don't think it's possible, you won't even try. Or you'll put it off and put it off and put it off, and it becomes too late. They've already found somebody else, right? Or showing up at an event and how you think and feel about yourself is affecting how you're showing up at that event. Do you have the courage to go talk to someone? Do you have the courage to do what you need to do to get the clients that you want? So that is at the highest iconic brand style. Whether or not you have this is the difference between the icon and the person who isn't standing out in their market. And that's what we want. We want you to become the go-to realtor that people go to. Or if you already are, then to go to the next level. And being the icon, you have your image that you're improving how you see yourself, improving how other people are seeing you. You're improving your education because, you could ask me questions. I'm your personal stylist in your pocket that you have for a whole year. This is not something you have to work on for a whole year. But as you're working on your style, you're getting dressed every day. So every day you can get a little bit better and a little bit better. And it's those little bit improvements that is making that 1% change that's going to totally take you on a different trajectory, right? Within that year. Do you remember my before and after photos that I showed you? I'm going to pull that back up because when I made my changes, it wasn't overnight. I worked on it a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And if I went shopping, I was being very intentional about it. If I wanted to go to an event that, it was important about how I looked, I thought, how do I intentionally want to look today? Okay, I'm trying to pull it up. Let's see. If you hear me clicking, I'm trying. But I was being intentional each and every day. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. Even with my style background, even with my experience, I still needed to elevate my thinking. I had to elevate how I saw myself and what I was capable of. Even though my skill level, every year I get better and better at what I do. But it wasn't about that. It was about how I was seeing myself. And when I made the transformation and I did the work on my self-image. I did the work on my wardrobe. I did the work on aligning it with how I wanted my personal brand to be. I worked on it month after month, a little bit. Well, I worked on my image weekly, if not daily, and just took small steps though to change how I saw myself. And my daughter was like, oh my gosh, mom, is that like a filtered picture? Because the background looks fake. She's like, that background looks fake. I was like, no, that was the house that the photographer just took it and, like blurred out the background a little bit. So there's no filter on either one of these photos, obviously. But on my full body shot, no filter, no editing. That's just raw footage from the photographer when they took it. I love this company though too. They're amazing. They do 1 hour quick, like you get 3 outfit changes, you get them, and then you get the raw photos. No, nothing on that. That is my after photo. And then I'm going to take you back to my client, Shelby, her transformation. She did the same thing with me. And you can have your transformation too. Come join us inside the mastermind. There's got to be something like stop doing Uber Eats and make a few meals at home a month instead of going out to eat. Like, hello, this is a year access to the program. $500 plus it's going up to $750. Once we close our doors for this event on Wednesday, it's going to be going up. Use the Klarma. I'm going to go in there as soon as we get off and update that so you can join us. It's at Style Guide Society /join or styleguidesociety.com/join. The link is in all of your emails the last few days about Style to Sell. Come join us, join the community, elevate how you see yourself, how you are experiencing your life. This is going to change your life from the inside out. Who you are, really unleashing the woman that's in there, getting rid of all the lies that you've been told by other people, or maybe even the lies you've been telling yourself that's holding you back from really stepping into the real estate agent that you can be. I'm going to end with this story, and I don't remember if I shared it. Like I said, I've taught so many times this week to different groups of people, but I just want to tell you. There was a goat farmer, and I think if you have heard this, it's good to remember. Goat farmer that find a lion cub out in the forest. He grabs it and brings it home and raises it with his goats. And it was started acting like a goat, hung out with the goats, and really lived with the goats. One day, a big lion came over and roared at the goats. And he sees the lion cub run away after he roared. The lion goes to the cub and says, "Why did you run away?" And then he said, "I'm a goat." And he goes, "You're not a goat, you're a lion. Why did you run away? Come look at yourself in the reflection." Because he's like, I live with goats, I eat like a goat, acted like a goat. Look at the reflection. You have a mane, you have hair, you have paws, not hooves. You have a tail. You are not a goat, you are a lion. And as your style icon coach, I'm going to remind you of who you are. Even if people you've lived with you have made you act like a goat, feel like a goat, treated you like a goat. You are not a goat, my friend. You are an icon. And it's time you start living like one. Come join us inside the mastermind. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. The replays will be available till Wednesday, and then we're closing the doors and taking the replays down. Love you. Think like a style icon, ladies. Bye-bye.